But if you know me, you know I'm not afraid to say I can do better. I am sorry that my message was in the heat of the moment, because when I initially spoke on the topic, it really came from a place of care. I totally recognize that it may have impacted fans in a way that I did not intend, and I am sorry.
This is the moment that we've been waiting for in women's basketball. It's way bigger than that. This is the moment that we've been waiting for in women's sport.
Basketball for women is exploding. Record-breaking ratings, sold-out arenas, and new admirers worldwide. But a conflict is simmering behind the scenes. Everything came crashing down when Chain and Augie grinned while glancing at Kelsey Mitchell during an ESPN program. They thought Mitchell would grin, laugh it off, and go on. She didn't. She responded with honesty rather than showmanship as she looked directly ahead.
Maybe I'll start with you, Kels, because Lord Jesus, your team and their fans, Jesus, they be getting up in everybody's business.
Everything changed then, since this was more than simply TV teasing. It was a line of conflict between gatekeepers and game changers, between experienced truth and media propaganda. This wasn't a retort. It was a reckoning. The ESPN remark could have seemed like innocent banter to onlookers, but Fever supporters were aware of it. It was more than a joke. It was a jab. One another reminder that Indiana's ascension was never intended. Kelsey Mitchell, however, took it personally. She refused to back down and spoke what no one else would. Everything changed because of Caitlin Clark.
I've seen both sides of it. From one, like, being on a team with, like, Caitlin and knowing that some of the stuff and the wave that she created for, like, the shift in moments in Indiana, period, as far as, like, the arena, where we started.
She never voiced complaints. The media's meticulously constructed story was shattered by that single line. Mitchell remained faithful for 7 grueling seasons despite grief, disappointments, and ultimately her father's death in 2023. Now that she's in the limelight, she's not going to back down. Not for anybody. Not for ESPN. Kelsey Mitchell had the option to depart. She remained in Indiana year after year, loss after defeat, while other celebrities sought championships in Vegas or Los Angeles. Just grit, no headlines, no attention. She performed in deserted venues. She dealt with her father's death just before the 2023 season. She also never voiced any complaints.
Being on a team with, like, Caitlin, the big moment is seeing the shift and being a part of it from a standpoint that I know where Indiana was. And so to see the cultivation of it, you just grow to appreciate the process and, you know, the growth in which the game is going.
The media wants to portray her as a sidekick, as if she hasn't been carrying this brand for almost 10 years, now that Fever is finally rising. Mitchell isn't a supporting actor, sorry. She is the cornerstone.
On and off the floor, like, she's just been a voice that's been there. She's been through this league for 7 years now. Like, she knows what to expect. She knows how things are going to go. And I think more than anything, like, we are just starting to understand each other much better. Like, we could just make eye contact and she knows to go back door. She knows to come get the ball. Like, that just comes with playing with one another. So it's been a lot of fun for me. I mean, she's playing so well right now, just as good as anybody in this league. So I feel very lucky and fortunate to have her by my side.
And because this isn't just about basketball, people are supporting her because she's succeeding today without ever changing teams or pleading for attention. It's about loyalty, suffering, and eventual reward.
Kelsey Mitchell on the left, of course, Caitlin Clark on the right, the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. And boy, what a summer it was, Quinn, with the Fever here at Gabe.
Caitlin Clark didn't desire attention. She turned into it. Record jersey sales, crowded stadia, and a $28 million Nike contract. Before even settling in, she switched leagues. The media, however, became uneasy rather than rejoice. ESPN dismissed it. Shade was thrown by former players.
Why?
Since Clark wasn't their choice. The previous method did not include her. She simply appeared and changed the guidelines. Even worse for them, she attracted a horde of admirers, ranging from elderly men who had never watched the WNBA to adolescent females. Clark didn't just get up. She disclosed the extent of the league's absence. They don't match on paper. Mitchell is an accomplished scorer. Although Clark is a playmaker, they are unstoppable when they work together. The league is looking for headline feuds, drama, and small-scale rivalries. Clark and Mitchell just prevail. No noise, no ego, just top-tier basketball. Mitchell supported Clark as the media heightened the strain. Mitchell stepped up when Clark faltered. Clark handed Mitchell the spotlight as she took center stage. The league is afraid of them because they don't fit the mold. Clark twice. Mitchell loses 25. Mitchell, lock yourself down. Similar to warm-ups, Clark hits logo threes. They are a revolution rather than merely a pair. This moment was begged for by the WNBA. Global excitement, sold-out games, and widespread attention before Caitlin Clark delivered it. The league's gatekeepers, however, began to regress rather than capitalize on the momentum. It's not just one player, asserted former players who are now commentators. ESPN made an effort to disperse the attention in order to preserve traditional storylines.
Why?
As this wasn't built by them. Additionally, if Clark continues to rise, a harsh reality will be revealed. They were unable to. The same individuals who earlier pleaded for a superstar are now disparaging the one they received. The crowd have finished playing along. Mitchell caught sight of it. She pointed it out, and that candor struck a deeper chord than any ESPN piece could. At one point, the Indiana Fever were considered an afterthought in the league. Bottom-tier records, half-empty stadia, and everyone save Kelsey Mitchell forgetting about them. They are now the WNBA's most dangerous squad. The league didn't anticipate it because of Clark's vision, Mitchell's scoring, a deep bench full of dogs, and their development of a movement rather than a super squad. As ESPN pursues fictitious rivalries, the Fever is changing the definition of team bonding. Indiana continues to win even as experts debate who should get the credit. This is the future, not simply a passing fad, and it's taking place with or without the support of the media.
Who is the true MVP?
Is it the battle-tested veteran who never left, Kelsey Mitchell? Was it rookie Caitlin Clark who brought attention to the league? Or is it their relationship that is permanently changing the course of events? Because, let's face it, the Fever are transferring power in addition to winning games. Mitchell raises his voice whenever Clark is minimized by the media. Analysts become louder every time they disregard the Fever. This group is questioning the system rather than only altering the rankings. Therefore, it is no longer an issue of whether Clark and Mitchell are capable team leaders. It concerns the league's capacity to manage the change they have initiated. This story is just going to get larger, so if you're feeling the fever, press the like button, leave your MVP choice in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.